Welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review, my little hobbits. I am Shagdog, the Gray, and I'm here to develop this fellowship of the pint and take all of you little hobbits to the land of beer or Smordor. Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. Hey, what's up? Spitter Swallow Beer Review, Shagdog. We're doing the Gates of Smordor by Westbrook Brewing. This beer gets 93 on Beer Advocate. American Imperial Stout, 11% ABV. Imperial Stout brewed with marshmallows, graham crackers, cocoa nibs, and cinnamon. Anyhow, yeah, it's an American Stout. American Imperial Stout. I did this once before. I didn't think it was that great, but we'll give it another try, right? It was all right for what I remember. But, yeah, let's do it. If I get up under this tab, my dear Frodo. Yeah, I never read the books, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, or any of that. When I was a kid back in the late 70s, they showed on TV the animated Lord of the Rings, yeah. And which is only the Fellowship of the Two Towers, which didn't really show too much for the Two Towers. And then the Return of the King was made by the ones that did Hobbit. The Hobbit was more kiddie, you know. It was kiddie songs and Frodo the Nine Fingers and stuff like that. But I never read the books. That's what I knew of the Lord of the Rings until the movies came out. And I still never read the books. So there you go. But that's what I know. And knowing is half the battle. All right, look at that dark. Head's not too big. I didn't give her a super heavy pour, but less than a pinky. Yeah, the Gates of Smordor. A s'mores-inspired Imperial Stout. Okay, I already read that on Beer Advocate. Yeah, nice. Nice. So, the Fellowship of the Pint. I'm the only one here with the pint, so. Anything else on this one before I start drinking it? I don't see anything else, so let's do this. I got some non-copyright music there, Lord of the Rings theme, action background music, whatever. Yeah, you can definitely smell the cocoa nibs. Man, holy shoo. Cocoa nibs is the most prevalent. Then maybe the graham crackers, and then the cinnamon is probably at the end there. But yeah, a little sweetness. Just probably the cocoa nibs. Let's try it. Cheers. Cheers to the Fellowship of the Pints. Yeah, it's definitely a very. It's not super strong as much where you're like, oh my god, but it is strong. But it's a nice smooth strong, you know. You got the cocoa, chocolate, cinnamon, toasty, maybe a touch of creaminess in there. Not bad. Wow. I think Jammer liked this one. Now, for some people, this might be too strong because it is a pretty strong coffee in there. Strong coffee, the cocoa nibs or some chocolate, slight cinnamon, it's toasty, maybe a little bit of hoppiness in there, some type of hop. I'm not sure what the IBU is. I wish they show what the IBU is on cans or whatever. This is from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, also, which I believe I always get confused whether it's Charleston or Columbia. I believe Mount Pleasant is down by Charleston, so don't quote me on that though. Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings, man. Who's my favorite characters? Let's finish this beer first. We'll get into all that. So what am I going to give this one? At Beer Advocate, give it a 93. I think the coffee part of it is just a little bit too strong, but it's a good quality beer. Stout, Imperial Stout. I'd probably be close to that. I'd give it a straight up. I'd give it a man. I'm gonna give it a straight up A and a Swarter swallow and a quarter. You wouldn't be able to drink. Well, yeah, some people might be able to drink a bunch of these, but I wouldn't be able to drink. It's just too rich. It's kind of rich. It's smooth and easy, but rich at the same time. Yeah. But nice. I think my good buddy PA Brews would enjoy this one, especially with the ABV and Imperial Stout. I don't know if he's had this one. 11%. He would like this, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, straight up A and a Swarter, swallow and a quarter. All right, let's get into some Lord of the Rings, right? This beer got the power of the One Ring. It's intoxicated. The flavors are as rich as the mines of Moria, but without the dwarves' love for the craft. This brew is as refreshing as an Ent's morning dew. That's the tree people, tree dudes, or whatever. The hoppiness is as bold as Gandalf's staff. That's pretty bold. I'm navigating the bitterness like Frodo navigating Mordor. The finish is as smooth as Galadriel's elven realm. What? Wait. Galadriel. Wait. What the hell is that? Elven realm. Yeah. Okay. This beer's got the kick of a Rohirrim horseback ride. The flavors are as complex as the politics of Middle Earth. This beer's dark side is balanced by its hoppy goodness. The flavors are as intense as the fires of Mount Doom. Whoa, that's pretty good. That's good burps there. I'm not sure if I'd want to drink this in Mordor, but it's a great brew nonetheless. The beer's darkness is offset by its refreshing finish. There you go. My top 10 characters on Lord of the Rings. Wow. That's a hard. It's kind of easy, but it's hard at the same time. But I've got it. I'm no random order. I'm just a random order, right? I'm gonna go according to the movies and the animated series. The actual Lord of the Rings one from 1978, whatever it was. Number one, Gandalf has to be number one. He's wise, intelligent. He returns from the dead, pretty much. Yeah, Gandalf. And then Legolas. Man, Elf is awesome. That guy's awesome. And then I'm going to go with Frodo, his resiliency, and even though he's tempted by that ring all through the travel to Mordor, he resists until the end, but at least, it's not for nothing, Samwise Gamgee is number 4. Frodo's best friend is like my jammer. If I'm Frodo, jammer is Samwise Gamgee. He sticks up for me, fights for me. Yeah, you know the thing. Next is Aragorn. I'll go with Aragorn. The ladies' man, women love him, elves love him. I mean, what more could you want, right? All right, who's that? That was like number 5, right? Um, got Mary, Pippin. Shit. 5's good enough. There you go. One ring to rule them all. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of gay, what do you call those things? Let's see if I can find any on there. Was Frodo and Samwise Gamgee gay? But there was a lot of like those, that emojis. What the hell's the other things called? Yeah. Sam looking over Frodo's shoulder and shit like that. Yeah. It's horrible. Anyhow, they're good friends. Sam was his gardener. A gardener usually cares about their boss, but not that much. No. Well, Sam got back with the bartender lady, right, in the movie. I don't know about the book. I mean, he had little Samlins, little Samwise Gamgeeans. So he was knocking hell at that little Hobbit girl there. I probably would have been. I wish I could have showed up in town while they were all gone, because I would have knocked up that little Hobbit girl that Sam liked. You know what? She would have had some kids that were a little bit taller. And Sam would be like, "Why are these kids so tall?" Because Shagdog was here. That's why. Yep, Shagdog was all up in me, Samwise Gamgee, while you're out on your adventure. He was a human. He came through town right after you guys left. He was at the bar every night drinking beers and tipping me well, so I decided to take him home and let him have his way with me. Yeah. Well, that's my own medieval fantasy, sci-fi fantasy, medieval. Yeah. Oh, she's a cutie. Have any of you seen the Rings of Power on Amazon? The main star, the girl, whatever hell kind of hobbit she is, and she's with Gandalf or whatever. The first season she seemed cute, but maybe she got older in the second season. She don't seem as cute anymore, I guess. Kind of like the girl in The Last of Us. She wasn't really cute in the first season either, the girl in The Last of Us, but she got even uglier in the new season, second season. Yeah. There's going off the beaten path here. Here are 4 offensive pro wrestling ring names that somehow made it on TV. Here we go. Beaver cleavage. The weird dynamic between Beaver and his mother made fans uncomfortable. Beaver cleavage is run in WWE. Could have worked only okay. I don't remember it. Hugh G. Rexha, which is Hugh Morris. Misfits in Action is when they had a little stable in WCW. Corporal Occasion, Lash LaRue, MT Loco, Chavo Guerrera, G.I. Bro, Booker T, and Major Guns, Tyling Buck. And Sergeant AWOL, The Wall. That's pretty crappy. Ken Raper. Ken worked mostly as a jobber in WWE. I never remember him. Okay. The Final Solution. Some white Nazi users. What the fuck? Anyhow, that's pretty cool. All right, let's finish this beer off. Yeah, so I'm thinking about moving back to Florida. I wish I had more funds to put down. Oh boy, somebody's very loud. Let me turn the gain down. Hopefully that'll help because, man, she's coming through very loud. It's that time of the day, I guess. What the hell was I talking about? I can't remember. Still got plenty of beer in the can, too. Oh, plenty of beer in the glass now. Killer of Giants. The gates of Mordor have opened even more. I tell you what, folks, if any of my ex-girlfriends are watching, shame on you for letting this big-hearted fellow go. I've been single. Of course, the last girl I dated, I had to let her go. There's multiple reasons. It was during COVID or whatever, but anyhow, probably worked out for the best for both of us. But anyhow, I really did like her. I mean, she was very nice and stuff, so it wasn't like we separated on bad terms or anything like that. So that's good. Damn, woman. Calm down there. I don't know if you can hear that woman down there. My roommate, holy shit. Always bitching about everything. The leaves aren't turning colors yet. Whatever, during fall. This beer's a harsh one. It's hard to get it down, though. It's the longest video I've done so far today. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get this one down. Man, the gates of Mordor right here behind me. If I held the whole picture and there's orcs down there, I don't think you can see any of the orcs. You can't see them. They're down there by the gates, guarding the gate, but you can't see them. Anyhow, that'll do it for this one. Shagdog Spirit Swallow Beer Review. We finish our beer in every video, though, so I gotta wait till I finish. So. I might try to do some karaoke after I do this, believe it or not. See, I want to do some uplifting songs, a little playlist. Some Survivor. Even a Transformer theme song from the cartoon. I don't know if they have that on there, though. You got the touch. You got the touch. You got the power. Well, we're almost done with this one. Whoa. This Mordor is a death-defying adventure across the lands of Middle-earth. You got the... Yeah, the best actors, man. That dude's gay, but great actor. This guy played Gandalf. The guy played Magneto, the X-Men. I can't remember his name. Jesus, that's horrible. Who played Gandalf in the movies? Ian McKellen. And Daniel Wyman plays him in the new show there. And John Huston played him in The Hobbit. I think that's the anime version he did the voice. Ooh. Oh. You got the touch. I tell you what, when you get in your 50s, man, I tell you what, when I moved here, I was 49. 2 or 3 months before I turned 50. I still felt somewhat young. And after I turned 50 here, that's when it all started going downhill. Now I'm at 53, almost and a half. I'm like, well, my 50s are my last best years. So I got fucking 6.5 years left of fun before I hit my 60s. So come on, girls. What can I do, right? You can't do anything. Just enjoy your life. If you don't meet up with your perfect match, I mean, just enjoy your own life. It don't matter. My brother's been single for almost the same time as I have. Although I went on a couple dates and had a couple, 3 month relationship at one time, and my brother's been single since I think January 2018. I don't know if he's tapped any hefties or anything since then, but I went out with a girl in 2020 till January to March, the COVID fiasco. And then the COVID fiasco stopped that because I couldn't go out. I have a lung issue and I didn't go out. I get the scare. And yeah, that kind of ended that. And in June, I said, we might as well break up. She was still loving me though. She was still sending me messages, talking to me from March all the way to freaking June. But really, I just want her to move on. I was like, I don't know how long this shit's gonna last. And then I started going back out by the end of July. So yeah, that was horrible. She's a very nice person. All right, let's get the rest of this beer down. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. Yeah. We'll see you on the next one. Spit or Swallow Beer Review.